If you really
That
wanted to listen to it, you could do it on your own time, not necessarily over the airwaves.
well, yeah. I mean, obviously, can always do that. Chase, have you listened to them?
Not yet. I'll probably listen after the show because I don't want to compromise my internet any more than it already is.
Oh yeah.
Oof. Who's your carrier?
It's Cox where I'm at here.
Strange, I've got Cox and I'm just fine.
Well, they've been there was a tornado near our place here in Macon, like at the beginning of April, and it damaged a bunch of infrastructure. They've been sort of repairing it, but it's been a journey. I'll put it that way.
Yikes. Glad you're all right though.
Oh yeah, I actually wasn't here at the time for it. It was right after I left, actually, like literally the next day. Went back up to Atlanta for something, and yeah, it was. Fortunately, it was like a EF0, EF maybe. I think it was EF0, so it wasn't that bad.
This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
Yo!
Someone else plus one, apparently. Other people now.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, someone else doesn't just have to be one person.
That's true.
Fair
It's
enough.
Someone else
non-numerical.
can embody a collective.
The other people involved, just as a group.
Yeah, so Chase and Anuj are back. Maybe together for the first time in a while, I guess.
Well, the
First
last
time
time we were on the podcast together was we had Julia Bergman on the podcast, so that's right.
that was the Julie Bergman episode. Okay, so that was a couple months ago, maybe a few months ago.
Oh my God, it's been
But
months.
because I've had each of you on individually since then, I think. But yeah,
Yeah.
we're back. We're talking something. I don't know. What do we got going on today?
I got a new semester of grad school going, getting started next week.
I thought you were
Oh,
just finishing
fantastic.
up.
Yes, but I'm taking summer classes.
Oh my goodness, it
Summer
never ends.
class. Summer class. In singular.
Okay. And Chase,
Uh,
no degree
well, I mean,
pursuit.
I guess I'm probably moving back to Macon, figuring out a place on that. Got to get prepared for that. But other than that, not a whole lot at all. Doing
Back
my,
to remote work.
yeah, yeah. I just, I've worked out something with my company at this point.
That sounds good. I think we talked about that last time you were on air, but good to know it's settled.
Oh yeah, God, it occurs to me, by the way, how boring have we become? Like we were just talking about jobs, and God, it was not even 3 years ago. It's like, hey, let's go have this game this weekend. There's all this stuff happening. That's well, my 9 to 5 schedule is really changed by one 10-minute block in the last 2 years, and that's such an incredible life experience.
Oh boy. I know, it's crazy, right? Even the most minute things in life. Like, I started recording music again.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
So far so good, I think. So I'm doing a thing where I'm trying to record a song for each opponent that we face this year on the Georgia Tech football schedule.
Nice.
So I've gotten Clemson done, I've gotten Western Carolina done, I've gotten Ole Miss done. I'm currently working on the UCF one, which is an away game, so that's going to be interesting. Before that, there was another track I wrote. It's called hashtag 404 The Redemption, for obvious reasons. Go figure.
Redemption tour. You're 100% winning the net this, I believe.
Well, yeah, I mean, UGA won the title, we suck, and this is Collins' litmus test. He's got to prove something this year.
It's
So,
for the university itself. Maybe it takes a couple of years, but eventually it ends with Georgia sucking again and our winning a title.
Good point. That's right. You just gotta wait 10 years or fewer.
Yeah, 2031, the year.
Yeah, let's go with that. We got this. We totally got this.
That's certainly optimistic.
Well, you know me. That's what I am. You watched me for
Yeah.
3 years for crying out loud. 3? No, 4.
I don't know, some number more than one.
Yes.
Greater than 0 years.
Yeah. So other than Chase's changing job prospects, how are we doing? We're doing this week.
Not bad.
Anything more exciting than that happen?
Oh God, not really. I just kind of gain of stuff I do. Um, Other than that, it's pretty constant over time.
Yeah.
What about your
Uh,
masters? Are you ever gonna? Did you decide about whether you want to chase that or not, or
Oh
what?
man, I don't know. See, I'm keeping the door open to even going back for PhD in physics at some point. But I will say I got more clarity in what I want to do over the last couple of, I guess, months, year, that time period. Um, I might just go back into it eventually. Um, I want to continue my current path for a little bit longer, though. Make money, that kind of stuff. Very nice when you don't have to worry about that. So get there eventually. But yeah.
That's a good thing about having an employer that will pay for your education.
Oh yeah, yeah. Milk that while it's good.
Of course. The limit is 5250 per tax year.
Oh, that's like a hard limit, is it?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
And anything above
50,
that,
50
5250. Yep, per tax year, not per
seems like
semester.
not enough.
Well, if you're doing online school, it's not so bad.
Yes.
For the millions of listeners we have, absolutely take advantage of your company that you're at.
Yes.
While the pastures are green, gorge yourself because you never know when that could change.
Damn right about that.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Gorge yourself. Um, yeah, I guess that
I will
would be
say
something
though,
you
I
could.
would probably suggest it's like it would be interesting to be like, well, if you think you can get if you think you can get another job, like go for it. But where I feel like we're in that stage where if you try to go job hunting and then you're gonna be in like a weird limbo where you might not have a stable job if you're not careful.
Well, the real play if you want to maximize your money is you like job hop every 9 months and fuck with your resume to the point where it's like not obvious that you're doing it. You can just trade salaries slowly, or actually quickly, escalate your salary option. Not for everybody, but I've heard a lot of people, I don't know about CS in general, I've heard a lot of like web dev people do that. Like, maybe it could be like they were on shit too, so they're doing, all right, next contract, 10K more, I want 15K more, that kind of thing. But employers, you install it on your resume, everything you're hiring just be like, so why the hell did you change job 5 times in 3 years? Well, the
Yo, you sound like T-Pain right now.
Yeah, this is incredible
maybe.
trying to translate this. It's a different language you're speaking.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
great. Well, I'm bilingual, so fantastic.
Well, you have one red bar on your blue jeans display, so that might have
Oh,
something to do with
that's
it.
why I was speaking robot.
That's why I said you sound
Yes.
like T-Pain.
All right, let's do the translation. Anuj, what did he say in the last 2 minutes?
Oof, I'm afraid I don't speak T-Pain, but I'll do my best. I think you mentioned something about job hopping every 9 months so you can get like more skills on your resume and also like get more money as a result. Just expanding your salary options. And obviously, you acknowledge that's not for everyone, but that's what I took away from it. And you're back in green
Yeah,
bar territory now.
yeah, he's
Oh,
pretty
am I
good.
stable
Well,
now? Well, I guess we'll see.
stable for now. All right, say everything you need to say for the next 20 minutes.
Help, please. Oh my God, Facebook is torturing me. You see,
Oh no.
the reason I speak robot now is I'm actually a robot working for Facebook.
I thought you worked for
Zuck
Twitter.
plugged me in a few years ago, and now I'm just like collecting all your data and translating it.
Oof.
Sometimes the algorithms break and I forget how to English.
We should have we should have had that question in the game. Does Google know where you are? You should have put, does Facebook know what you are up to?
Oh, they already know that. They definitely.
Why, yes, they do.
That's
I'm sure they know extensive information about me.
What about Twitter though? Speaking of which, how do you feel about Elon Musk potentially taking over?
all right. Didn't that get canceled?
It's
Well, it's
on
in it's
hold.
kind of in limbo now, but it's hard to believe that
That's on hold.
either party is going to back out now. Like, I'm sure they're just negotiating the deals. I think it's hilarious, honestly.
It
Like,
might be a due diligence thing. Happens
well,
all
I
the
think
time.
one of the things was the how many bots are on Twitter, because I
Right.
don't know, like 6 months ago, I was like, are there any human beings on Twitter? It just seems like all bots times, but that depends on the page you go to. But yeah, there's a lot of bots everywhere.
Bots and blue checks. Title of my next mixtape. Or something
So,
like that.
what's the difference? Have you figured that out yet?
No.
Between the blue checks and the bots?
Probably that the blue checks are a little more unhinged.
Sounds about
Although
right.
that could be algorithmic too. I don't know.
Just program a chaos variable in there. Every 5 days, you must tweet something irredeemably stupid.
Something like that.
No, but I am absolutely for the Musk purchase. I want maximum chaos. Every time something goes wrong and people are just absolutely livid, pop over to Twitter for a good laugh every now and then.
Did you hear Trump might be coming back?
Oh yes,
To
yes,
buy Twitter? Oh,
No,
maximum chaos,
to shit
absolutely.
post.
yeah.
He has his own. I mean, he's got his own thing allegedly.
He has
Something
his own
called
thing, but
Truth Social.
apparently he's never posted on it, which
Little
I haven't
sus.
Well,
done a deep dive into it, admittedly, but that's the hearsay, I guess.
well, I ain't been on Truth Social, and even if I wanted to, I don't have an iPhone.
Oh, same. Yeah, this is for I
Is that
guess
how, is
craps
that
and
how it works?
fanboys, but no, but like I genuinely want like Trump and Joe Biden to get in a giant Twitter thread and just like I don't know at this point between Trump's lack of English grammar and Joe Biden's lack of a functioning brain, I'm not sure if that would be a decent conversation, but
It
it's
would be.
good for a
It
good
would make
laugh
for
or
good
two.
entertainment, though. We might just
All right,
get "Will you shut up, man" on repeat, like for hours on end.
name each of your top five maximum chaos situations realistically in the next few
Maximum what?
years. Chaos.
Does it have to be like social media, or can it be anything?
Anything. It's it's
Ooh,
Um,
God, that's kind of hard actually.
I'll throw
apparently
one
it was
out
easy a
there.
minute ago.
Well, there's
Andrew Garfield comes back for an Amazing Spider-Man 3.
that's innocuous as fuck. I was gonna go for like I don't know World War III.
Whoa!
I was gonna go for
We're already
we're
on
talking
He's
base.
going
we're talking
big.
about chaos. We're not talking about good shit.
Chaos can be good. Doesn't necessarily have to
It's
be
true.
awful.
That's true.
Could be good things. I don't know. It's just we're just playing with the format here. We're just
Oh
No,
yeah.
you know what would be
Dude,
chaotic is somehow somebody creates enough like harnesses enough gamma radiation in the six tones for a real life Thanos to snap his fingers and for Infinity War to actually happen in real life.
So World War III on the table.
yeah. Well, they didn't enter a war, right? They didn't enter a world war when that
There's
happened.
some shit going on in Ukraine.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not
well,
sure you can have a world war if half the population just immediately dies. But
I think you
Well,
could.
half the population could die in a world war.
God, maybe even more than that, because there'd probably be nukes involved. That would not
Exactly.
be not I would prefer not to live in Fallout in the real world, but apparently,
Have you actually played any of those games?
yeah, I have. It's been a while though.
Are they any good?
Yeah, depending on what you like. I played a good amount of like 3 in New Vegas, like FPS, RPG kind of stuff. Um, but the newer stuff I kind of stayed away from. It was like Fallout 76. What is this?
Oh yeah, I heard that sucked ass.
Oh, it was awful. Just narratively terrible and irreparably broken on launch. So
Oof.
excellent combination. Of course, that's like it's gaming now in general. Like all the AAA games you'll find now, most of them have these dev cycles where they just release like an 80% complete product, and then people buy it anyway. So they like have no incentive to stop doing that.
So much for agile development.
Oh, it's very agile. It gets out very quickly. It's
Yeah, but the point of
optimally agile.
agile is for it to be working.
No, the point of Agile is it makes money. And people buy that shit, so it clearly makes money. Um,
There's another technical buzzword that's been ruined.
well, if it's corporate, was it good to begin with?
Good point.
No, it's just frustrating. Like you want to pay $60 or $70 for a game, it's like, ooh, how about that? Check out that new new. I say that's 2 years old now. God help me. But Cyberpunk 2077 was like the bellwether for all of that. It's like, here's all these promises, here's this fantastic looking game, everybody's super excited. People were talking about how they were taking off work for a week to play Cyberpunk. I'm like, okay, I guess hobbies.
I raise you one. I'm working on this project with my manager and another senior engineer, and both of them have mentioned multiple times that they actually sit down and play Elden Ring for a while, for like hours for a good amount of time.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a kind of game that it's hard, and if you like it, you want to get good at it. So it's also one of those games where you got to put like 20, 30 hours in it before you even know what you're doing, because you just hard stuck on bosses that destroy you over and over again.
Yeah,
But
there's another game. I think there's like, would you call it an open world RPG? Because there is a something like that like one of my best friends from like middle and high school have been trying to get me into. It's called Warframe.
oh yeah, I've heard of Warframe. I actually haven't like looked into it, but I hear it's pretty popular.
I've played a couple rounds, pretty damn good. I can't complain, but actually I haven't played it in a while. They suck. Where the
God,
hell did it
yeah,
even go? Oh, there
yeah.
it is. I still have it.
It's like
Good.
it's like the any game that you like. Remember, I picked up when it came out. Uh, God, it was like middle of the pandemic sometime. I think it was summer 2020 when Valorant came out. I had a
Oh,
friend
cheers, man.
from Tech who's big into like basically anything Riot because he's like a big esports mark, and so he got into Valorant immediately, even though he like never really liked FPSs. It was kind of strange, but anyway, so I tried
LOL.
Valorant out, and it was like, oh my God, I suck massively. I am absolutely terrible. And then you get people who would like come over from CS:GO, like, what do you mean? You just click heads. I'm glad you
That's
can do
really
that.
all it is? Are you
Oh no,
kidding me?
this well, a lot of it is literally if you can just like aimbot a guy and shoot their head, I mean, yeah, you'll go pretty far. Then That's like a lot. That's that kind of first-person shooter though. Kind of like it's like that CS:GO sort of tactical, but like high
Oh.
damage, high kill rate kind of thing, where you know just line up a shot, take it. If you're more accurate, if you're better, you just win.
Well, I've never played CS:GO. I've never even played Call of Duty. I have played when I used to have a working PlayStation. PlayStation Portable was called SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs Fireteam Bravo. That's the game.
Oh yeah, the SOCOM stuff for wasn't that like a exclusive? Pretty sure it was, right?
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure that the SOCOM series was a Sony exclusive, like
It
just
might
on
have been.
PlayStation stuff.
It might have been.
I've heard of it. Yeah, yeah. You missed a whole lot of. Well, you have more of your life available to you for having not played Call of Duty. I'll put it that way. There was a
Wow.
time.
That's
Yeah, well, there's a time. There's a time. God, middle school, transitioning into high school, where I was just like 2011, 10, around that area, where it's just like I was super into Call of Duty. This was like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, that era of Call of Duty. That's before, that's the era that a lot of people look back on now. And it's like, yeah, that was the peak of Call of Duty, and in some ways it was, but it was also a super frustrating game because
mm,
I frankly never thought they were all that well designed. They just happened to get lucky, but millions of people played them, so you can't really argue too much. But hit high school, I'm like, yeah, I need to stop playing all these video games and need to concentrate on grades and shit. So stopped playing that for a
oh,
while. Came back to I took a peek at like, oh God, was it like Black Ops 4, whatever? Like, where the hell is this gone? This looks so different. And then during the pandemic, I played a little bit of Warzone because when Warzone came out, that was a huge thing uh, for a lot of people, and it was like, okay, friends are trying it, I'll play it again. I'm like, wow, COD really sucks now, doesn't it?
remember when Among Us was a thing for like the longest time?
Dude, Zoomers, that is their go-to meme.
Boomers.
Among Us is just everywhere. Yeah, like people younger than us, like we're kind of like this bridge, right, between millennial and Zoomer. I don't know if we're technically
What the
millennial or
fuck are
Zoomer,
we?
but
It was
it's
like,
like
what the
we're like that transition between the two generations. Yeah, I remember what year was it? Was it last year I marched where like all the freshmen came in and it's like, oh shit, these kids are different. Like they are super different. And it just happened one year. It's like, wow. So this is the smartphone generation. I see.
LOL.
I can't say that for shit, dude. I'm like on my phone hours a day sometimes. Really bad. Don't get addicted to phones. It's bad. Cutting that shit out as much as possible.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all. At least I'm kind of lucky in that regard. I work in an office where you can't even bring your, or at least you can't bring your phone in the workspace. You can bring your phone in the building, but you can't bring your phone in the work.
Probably security reasons, right?
That.
Yeah. It's nice to unplug. Like if you're too connected to it, if you're scrolling through random shit, it's really passive and it absorbs a lot of your time if you're not careful. I think
Yeah.
that's a lot of people in their teens and 20s are probably struggling with this right now, but I've done like what I like to do is like block out time in my day to unplug from electronics. Massive, massive benefit to your mental health.
Yeah, go run. Go work out without the headphones.
But how will
Here's
I make gains if I'm not blasting Slayer in my ear?
That's your go-to?
No,
Slayer?
no, I'll listen to like typically it's metal, but I like listen to synthwave or some other electronic too.
Uh,
Depends on the mood.
I'm a, I'm a very much a hip hop guy.
Yeah, that works too. I remember when God is trap still a thing?
Probably.
Because I remember when
Um,
that came out, I really liked the percussion they used for a lot of trap songs.
oh
It's
yeah,
like,
for sure.
yeah, there's some very motivational hip hop out there for working out. Um, I don't listen to a lot of it, just so I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, whatever works, whatever gets you motivated to work out.
Yeah, it's that was a lot of fun. Um, but I still, it's like you know what would be like super like gratuitous? You're just listening to like shit you wrote yourself.
Oh God, I would cringe. I'd be cringing the entire time. It's like garbage. This doesn't make any sense. Like what? Okay, I wrote a melody. Where's the support structure? Why is it produced so poorly? That would be my like. I would like rigorously be critiquing everything I did.
Really?
Yeah, because I've like played around with like digital audio workstations trying to make my own music before. Uh, and frankly, I thought about getting into it like more because I miss the music part of it because there's less of it in your life now. But like I made a couple songs. I'm listening to the finished product. I'm like, okay, this worked, but this is like 60% terrible. Like just ruthless. It's like, God, this sounds. I can hear clipping. I can hear audio artifacts. Like, I don't know.
Dude. And I thought now I don't feel so bad because my production chops aren't so great.
It's a totally different skill set than just being a musician. It's
Yeah,
a
buddy.
lot of it's like sound engineering, right? There's so much subtlety to
Yeah.
it. It's a totally different field, and if you ever like make and then producing your own, you can making good music if you're musically inclined is fairly easy actually. It's just a matter of how dedicated you are to writing it or recording it, etc. But then making it like translating it, all the whole process is translating it from your head to somebody else's ears, and there's so many steps on the way, and the production step can just make or break. Like you'll hear like how many albums have you heard in your life where it's like, God, this would be incredible if it didn't sound like it was recorded in a trash can adjacent to a dumpster that's on fire in a workshop somewhere. Like, so
Yes, I have.
it's a subtle
Yeah,
art.
that was a bit aggressive.
Well, to be fair, that is a problem that used to be, especially in metal, is you'd have a lot of people who record their like first or second album or something in their garage band or whatever. And you can hear like the songwriting's great, musicianship's excellent, but it's just like noise because it's just not a setup that is great for the precision, capturing the precision of what's being done there.
Yeah, I see. That's probably a knock at Anuj, but okay. We'll move
Well,
past it.
to be fair,
Hey,
like
no,
most of my shit is like
I haven't heard his stuff yet. I'm assuming it's produced like
Yeah.
top tier production here. That's what I'm gonna
no,
assume.
no, no, it's
You're
not.
also probably better, much better than it than I will ever be, so it will
Speak for
probably sound fine.
yourself. I was like, speak for yourself.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, like half
Uh,
of my shit was recorded using Audacity and a headphone mic.
Let's
Which,
go.
how's the new stuff? Is that still same setup?
no, I have a mic. I bought a mic.
Oh, that's right.
I'm
That's
working
right.
on
Put
it right
the
now.
That's right. I forgot. I forgot about the conversation 30 minutes ago. It just goes all. A lot of stuff going on. Can't keep
Ah,
track of things that we say.
it's all good. It's all right. It's, 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 all right.
hard to process.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yes.
Um, so yeah, anything else you guys wanted to go on?
That was a very nice tangent we went on there, though. So
Yeah,
I
rants
ain't
about?
mad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. It's hard for me to just like find topics, you know what I mean? Like it's like the what I find interesting is like, well, this could be something that might be a topic somewhere, but it's like, that's going nowhere. I like to just like jump in when people are talking.
Yeah, sounds like
Unfortunately, I just did it there. Like I'm like interrupting people. I'm so sorry.
nah, don't worry about it. It's all good. I mean, isn't that what this is? Basically, just like free form discussion at this point.
yeah. We have nothing to contribute.
Except for when we have folks on and it's like we get to like know them better. Cause that's the other good thing. That's always the best part of these.
I imagine it's also like I don't know if you had recorded anything in person with other people, Daniel, but like that's just a much more natural conversation. You can throw a mic in the room and just have at it because like when you're in person and you like socializing in person is just so much easier. Like
Yeah,
over the internet.
the last recording, the last episode that we recorded in person was in March 2020.
Ah,
Was
And you
that the
know
one
what?
with
It
Blake?
may not even been that. It might have been February 2020,
Yikes.
depending, whenever we recorded it, because famously we went at Georgia Tech. We went to spring break and then never came back, right?
oh, is
Right.
that when it
And
happened?
Yeah,
yeah,
apparently.
we went to spring break and we never came back. And at the time, we kind of thought that was, a potential situation. Although, again, we didn't know to the same extent.
Wasn't that
But
your
we
last
thought, oh, it
semester?
could. It was my last semester, yes.
Yeah.
Well, my last semester for the second time. Um, and so yeah, we didn't know. We thought like, oh, maybe we could miss like a couple of weeks or whatever. Or like, and then there was some talk like, oh, maybe it'll be the rest of this. Anyway, but I had already planned to record a couple episodes before spring break, just naturally, because can't record during spring break. That was back then before Zoom
Yeah.
existed. But that's not true. Zoom's been around
Do
a
you
while.
think
Anyway,
Zoom killed like normal interaction?
Oh God, no. Oh, there's nothing. You can't compare even like a Zoom call or a Skype call where you even see people on camera to real interaction. There's just so much dimensionality lost.
Right.
yeah. But anyway, so we had saved up a lot of we had or not saved up, but I had kind of already planned for a somewhat extended absence, so I had recorded like 3 or 4 episodes before spring break.
Yeah. That's
Um,
And then it
and
happened.
then eventually, well, yeah, and then eventually I was like, well, we're going to start recording, uh, over. I guess I think we started with Skype, and then at
yeah.
some point we transitioned to Blue. We're gonna have to This might be the last Blue Jeans episode because I'm supposed to lose access like any day now. Um,
It's like
I was surprised this worked, to be honest.
I remember keeping my tech access to like Microsoft Word or Office or I don't know if I had the entire suite, probably the entire suite. I kept that shit for like 2 years after I graduated, and then it finally got revoked, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was a thing.
Oh yeah, I love how Microsoft does it slowly, where like they start sending some warning messages, and then they say now you're losing some access to certain features, and then now you have no access to any features, but you can still view it, and now it's like they lock you out. You can't even.
At
There's
least I
like
still have
some.
my VPN access.
Oh
Which,
yeah,
if you still have your VPN access and you ever on a corporate VPN that's like you can't listen to Spotify, you can't visit certain websites, it's a lifesaver.
Oh God, I'm sure. Yeah, if your company, especially if you're like high security and they don't want you going the internet.
Yeah, like I mean, where I work, we have guest Wi-Fi, but you still can't like audio. You can't stream audio on it because of bandwidth issues.
Oh, I'm assuming it's like a fucking Linksys router from 2003. It's just sitting in the corner on like dust caked on it.
Don't
It
ask.
barely has like I don't even know the bit rate would be there, but
Don't even ask.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
I do remember it was March of 2020 that everything began shutting down, and God, I guess the entire God, can you imagine how shitty it was for the freshmen who came in like the that summer or like right after that?
I can only imagine.
I feel for them, man. That's an experience robbed from them. They could have been like us, Daniel, where we randomly get assigned to Smith Hall and have stories for the rest of our life from freshman year.
Oh my lord!
It was great. Great. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Really?
Unironically, yes, but mainly because I met like lifelong friends that I still talk to daily,
Aw.
Oh, thank
um,
you. Oh, well, no,
including you. Although frankly, I knew you better from band because you were on second floor.
Yeah,
I was on.
worlds apart.
Oh well, the feeling on each floor was so different. I remember in our year,
Yeah.
2015, the first floor was basically a frat. Like it was a bunch of people who were party animals. Um, Second floor, you could probably speak better to that. But third floor was like split in half. Like everyone on our side of the like snake kind of hall, they all kind of just congregated in our room because we had actually a double, right? Because I was originally assigned a quad, right? But our fourth guy we were talking to, and he like transferred away from tech before even starting.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, he was a guy named Nils Palumbo, and one of my roommates like Facebook stalked him for a year trying to figure out what happened to the
Are you
guy.
fucking kidding me?
Well, not like hardcore stalking, but just like
Okay.
periodically checking his Facebook. It was a good joke. Yeah, I think he
Okay.
went. I don't know if he went to like UVA or something. I don't remember. Yeah, we never met him. He just
That
moved.
sucks.
So, but it was too late in the process, right? So we had a quad for three of us, and so what we did was we threw our beds in the back room and had like the front room as like a social room, for the lack of better words. Like all the gaming and shit would go on in there, and gradually we just like attracted people to the room. The first guy who came, he came because his roommate. Oh my God, I've never seen this before. Like imagine you guys remember the freshman dorms, right? Like remember how they looked and
I was
Yep.
in I wouldn't say I had the misfortune of being in Woody's, but I was in Woody's.
oof. Yeah, the misfortune. My condolences, but I can't say much better. We were in Smith.
No, there you go.
But
I
anyway,
believe Smith trumps Woody's in the
probably.
misery scale.
Although you guys unfortunately had Woody's dining hall. We had Brit and the North Ave sandwich between us, so take that, losers. Anyway, anyway, so the first guy who came to our room, he was fleeing his own room
Oof.
and fleeing for his life because he said, "You don't understand, Chase. I can't go back to my room during the day." I'm like, "Oh my God, is your roommate like a psycho?" No, he's like filthy and trashy. Like literally, he has a mountain of trash in his room. Like, okay.
Oh.
So when he says literally have, you know how people use the word literally to mean figuratively? I just assume that. I'm like, okay. And one day towards the middle of the semester, I'm like, I'm walking down the hall. I'm like, okay, I want to see your room. I don't believe you, right? I open the door. Now imagine a dorm room, symmetric on both sides, bunk on one, bunk on the other side. Cut it in the middle of the room. Just cut it in half, hot dog style. Left side of the room is my buddy's side, and he is like pristine, barely anything out of place, as pristine as you can get for Smith, right?
Mm.
But the other half of the room, at exactly the midpoint of the room, there is quite literally, and I do mean literally, a mountain of garbage. I mean, it was clothes, it was like electronics. It was like a pile of
fucking
trash.
everything.
There were like like old food items from North Ave sitting and rotting in the middle of the fucking pile.
Well, that sucks.
And it was literally that bad. I'm like, oh my god, you were serious. You were dead serious. So that was a revelation. Like, okay, I understand why you ended up stranded in our room all those times. Yeah, makes sense. You got Dan, you got any second floor stories? I remember who was down there? I know what's his
Me.
name? Christopher Shank was down there?
Wait,
Yes,
what?
he was.
He was,
You
yeah,
were
yeah.
in Woody's?
No. He was in Smith. Daniel and I were in Smith. He was on second, I was on third.
Okay, because I know a guy named Chris Shank. He was an RA in Woody's second floor.
Oh, did he? Maybe he became I'm talking about the guy he was in the trumpet section for a couple years.
You mean Chris Skank?
Gank, yeah, sorry. Whatever. I don't remember how to pronounce his name. Sorry. If Chris ever listens to this, sorry, I mispronounced your name.
He's,
You just call him
he's not
Champ.
listening.
Champ, that's right. Oh my god.
That would have been
Oh,
easier.
I can't imagine how he must have absolutely hated that.
What, being called Champ?
We called Champ because we found that dude's name. Oh my god.
Champ? Is Champ here? Who? Who's Champ? That question.
Oh, yeah, so I don't remember the exact story, but I do remember we found so this Champ person, for anybody who doesn't know, is just some random guy who we found his number on like what was it, like a post-it note? I don't remember. He like dropped his number that he was like, I don't know, he was maybe trying to pick up some chick or something, dropped his number, I don't, or maybe it was a card, I don't remember.
Wait. Are we talking about the same person?
Yeah, the guy who like wasn't it was like Aaron who called added this guy to the group me.
You mean Chad C?
Oh shit, you're right. Right. I'm confusing the two C's. That's right. Champ was the one of the other mini memes. Yeah, Chad C was the guy I'm talking about.
LOL.
I thought I was too young for dementia, but here I am. The dementia is setting in.
Yeah, you're getting there. You're getting up there.
No,
I
yeah. So
guess
to
when
clarify,
band kids
that was
call
Chad
you
C.
old, they really mean it. Damn.
Yeah, I walk into the band now, and I'm basically, if I were to walk back in, I would literally have to walk in with a cane because that's that old. Anyway, yeah. So that was Chad C. I was talking about, the guy who Aaron found his name and just added him to group me, and he was so confused. That was great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you guys wanted to cover? I think we're close to the wrap up phase, unless we need another rant. Which yeah, maybe we do.
No.
No rants about traffic lights or something random.
Oh my goodness, how about that Atlanta traffic? It's so bad.
Oh yeah. There you go.
There's your rant.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, it's May. Oh wow, it's pretty late in the year now. Huh.
How the hell is that possible? Isn't that crazy?
This year's been flying, dude.
Probably for the better. Because we ain't gonna know what hit us.
Well,
I guess so.
maybe it'll slow down
All right.
eventually.
Thank you guys for coming on.
Yeah, anytime. I always appreciate it.
Yeah, it's always fun.